he put out his raw emotions. What the hell does that mean? When Caleb Williams was in college and he was crying in the stands, you were killing him. Yes, the guy drink. Yes, the guy in multiple chats we were in, you were killing him for crying. So now what? So that exactly, you know it's true. You know it's true. So now this whole idea of this is exactly what I've been telling you. This whole idea of raw emotions. No, this is bias. People like Josh Allen, so now they're willing to overlook things that they will kill other quarterbacks for. It is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. And we begin our show with everyone's favorite loser, Josh Allen. And I don't mean that pejoratively. I swear I don't. He literally has media outlets and professionals saying how bad they feel for him after his latest loss. Now, I would go to James and start with him after a weekend like this, but things have changed drastically in the last 48 hours to be precise. Sean McDermott, head coach of the Bills, has been fired after 9 seasons and no Super Bowls. This happened Monday after their loss to the Denver Broncos 33-30 in the divisional round. So let's start with our Bills whisperer, James. How do you feel about, actually it was you who was in the group text with us who said something has to give right after the game. So how do you feel about Sean McDermott getting the pink slip?
Let me start by saying I'm glad we waited a day. Had to mourn some things as a Josh Allen guy. Very, very nice clip went out of me in this chair with that jersey on, and it might need to get taken down. Nonetheless, man, I've thought about many at the end. I thought about many things with this situation. Something definitely has to give, and I think we've all been around the NFL long enough to know that in situations like these, the coach gets the axe. It's really that simple. With their quarterback, their franchise player. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in another chat, not ours. I'm just like, yo, this guy just got paid. He's getting like 56 M's a year. We got a new stadium opening. There's no way that Josh isn't opening the stadium next season. It's just like Sean McDermott won't. And I said that, before the game even began. But the writing's been on the wall. If you've, been on these Twitters and stuff of that nature, everybody knows that, if he lost, he was probably canned. So, it kind of is what it is, man. I've been a guy, I've personally, since 23, I'm just like, okay, Josh really can't get it done. I'm just not even going to big him up. That's my guy. It's my favorite guy. I'm not going to, not say that. But I was just like, maybe he can't get it done. But I think there also is something to be said about this guy, McDermott, man. He's a great winner. All those AFC East championships, great regular season winner. But, when it's time to win, his guys aren't there. I think it's him and the GM. And they promoted the GM, which is crazy to me. But, McDermott, man, he's supposed to be this defensive guy. In these playoff losses, he's averages giving up 31 points a game. You know what I'm saying? We're talking Josh Allen, greatest quarterback ever, so people say. Yes, he can go out there and score 30 points a game, or maybe 32 to good 1 point over the 31. But as a defensive-minded coach, why are you giving up 31 points a game in all of these losses? So it's just like the guy had to go. I think Brandon Beane should have won as well because, this is, to me, it's been their worst roster through their whole run. They've been here 7 in a row or something in the playoffs, all these losses. They've had pretty good rosters defensively up until this year. I'm pretty sure you can't name like 4 or 5 guys on that defensive team or side of the ball. And then who the hell was Josh throwing it to? Granted, cats are telling me other cats have won MVPs with lesser receiver cores, which I get. But, something had to give. Sean wanted to go. He's going to get sought after. He'll get hired. But yeah, man, he had to go. It's really interesting to me to see, as the Bills whisper, who do they bring in to kind of right the ship? But I was telling the cat in another chat, several chats, but I think this could be, I'm going to drink the Kool-Aid, sadly, one more time. This might be my last time drinking the Kool-Aid because I feel like we've seen like twice in our like span of watching ball there. There's a cat gets fired, some guy comes in the next year and they win the whole thing type shit. Like, you just needed that one guy to get it over there. So I'm thinking that might be it. I don't know who that guy would be. I could find you those two coaches. I heard about.
Is it like Jimmy Johnson and Barry Switzer?
No, it's Tony Dungy and
Tony Dungy and
Gruden.
Gruden. Yeah, the Bucks 02, 01, 02. Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking this could be one of those situations. I don't know who that guy would be, but I'm thinking, this could be it. You get Josh, get the monkey off the back, man. But this was the time to do it. There's no need to overstate the lack of talent at the quarterback position that wasn't in the playoffs this year. We all know what it was. The guy should have went out there and won it. He didn't get it. Coach got fired. Josh keeps moving on. So that's where I'm at with it.
Two things. I agree with everything you said. My only question is, well, I think you sort of answered. There's nobody out there better as a coach for the Bills. You agree, correct? Or is there a coach right now that is better than McDermott as we speak today for the Bills?
Me personally, I don't know, but I would say, yeah. I mean, there's got to be somebody that can stop these leaks. But I think the Bills' problem is just it's more than just McDermott. I think it's an aura thing for the whole organization, man. They just have this shit luck since the 90s that we all know of. They go through their slums and they got this guy. They just can't get to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
They went to 4 in a row. Like that's
yeah, in the 90s. But I'm saying, like, yeah, and they lost them all. So it's just like there's something wrong with the organization. I don't know what their ownership has been since then. Like, to me, it seems like
ownership.
Pagulia's a new owner.
How? Well, oh shit. Maybe it's just something. Maybe Orchard Park was the problem. They're gone now. So
I think Josh Allen was Pagulia's first draft pick.
My thing is McDermott was there before Bean. He drafted White. I forget who else. He drafted 3 All-Pros. Then Bean came the year later. He helped hire Bean, and Bean will outlast him in the organization.
It's just crazy.
McDermott, I think 98-50 record, 8-8 in the playoffs. Overall, I would argue he's a top-tier coach. My question is, and I think I texted this in the text that we got going on with Brother Verb, Cats is getting Cats fired. Like, this is no matter how you want to slice it, McDermott got fired because everyone believed, and from the reports that I'm seeing now, he didn't believe his roster was good enough. Bean did. That seems to be, from all reports, Bean, they had some sort of meeting mid-season or towards the end of the season, and McDermott voiced his frustrations on lack of defensive line and wide receiver help.
Whether no depth on the defensive side.
Whether those reports are accurate or not, we're gonna have to live out our days to see. But the truth of the matter is that I'm really hard pressed to agree with him on that fact because they had the leading rusher. They have 2 tight ends that you would argue are, if not top 10, top 5, top 10 at their position. Passing defense was top 5 statistically in the league. So, and the whole idea about them giving up points is very fair. But there's another quarterback who plays in Kansas City who in his losses, I think his defense gives up about 30 points per game as well. He's still 17-4 because he wins more times than he loses. He's just a better quarterback, so he doesn't have to worry about that. And when he is in shootouts, I'm still going to take him, as in when he played Josh Allen multiple times, and his Josh Allen's team scored 30 points, and so did his. So at a certain point, excuses are excuses.
What was that, 45 seconds he went down there and won that jump? What was that, 45 seconds Patrick went down there and won that jump?
13 seconds. And honestly, I'm glad you brought that up. That's what the issue is. Josh Allen is living off of the 13 seconds game. People have been so enamored with that game over the last 3 to 4 years. They will not let that game go. And because they will not let that game go, I have to hear about him being the best player in the world, even when he has four turnovers and his team loses and he misses wide open receivers at the end of the game. So I feel bad for McDermott. I'm with Omatic. He will probably get another job very soon. But I don't know how much of the Bills not getting over the hump is on him versus it is on the fact that the guy he has called Superman isn't really Superman.
Retweet what both of you gentlemen said, but I think this on the GM, bro. Like, I think the GM is hitching his wagon to Josh Allen, and it's just like, this is my guy in a sense. And it's just like, all right, bet. Like, I'm gonna look out for Josh Allen, ride or die. And McDermott just happened to get be the fall guy this time. But I definitely don't see, to answer the other question, I don't know who the coach is that can come in and fix this shit. Because I don't see nobody getting between the GM and management. And that nigga sucks, bro. Like, I don't know how you draft the way he does and then get a promotion. Like, that's wild as shit, bro. Like, he hasn't helped the defense at all. Hasn't helped Josh Allen either. Because, like, Keon Coleman, that was a terrible scouting job. And the fact that you went with him is just like, dude, that's crazy. Like, this nigga got benched, 3 games straight this year? Like, come on, bro. Like, Charles, I feel you on the tight end, John, but it's just like, that don't really mean nothing this year in this type of tight end, John.
You know why I bring them up? You traded Stephon Diggs. This is my issue here. The issues, all the things that people seem to have issues or seem to think are defects with the teams are things that they brought upon themselves. They traded away the number 1 wide receiver. Because they kept screaming that Josh Allen was forcing Diggs the ball, okay. Josh Allen throws 6 interceptions last year, and now all of a sudden he's the greatest quarterback since sliced bread. He fails in the playoffs this year. Now he needs. Once again, I said it on the other podcast. When Josh Allen plays great, he's the best quarterback in the world. When he loses, he needs wide receivers. He needs this. There's a lot of excuse making. The excuse making now has gotten to the ultimate level. People have gotten fired. So we will see what is next with the excuse making as far as I'm concerned. But hey, shout out to Josh. He still gets to go home to his lovely wife, who's an actress, and I think he's cool. I think Josh is cool. I don't think he's tripping as much as I think other people are. Why you shake your head?
Little IDF, John.
Oh, he put his raw emotions out there, man. Man's out here crying, man. I think he cares, man. I think he wants to win it, bro. I don't think he's...
Everybody wants to win. I don't think none of these guys don't want to win.
There's certain cats out there that are just here for the check. You know what I mean? Just vibing. They love the game. I think bro want to win it, man.
You know what's funny? All right, because we could stay on Josh Allen all we could really.
We don't have.
We could really be here all day. But this
I don't have nothing to give.
This is my last point I want to make. He put out his raw emotions. What the hell does that mean? When Caleb Williams was in college and he was crying in the stands, you were killing him. The guy in multiple chats we were in, you were killing him for crying. So now what? So that exactly, you know it's true. So now this whole idea of this is exactly what I've been telling you. This whole idea of raw emotions. This is bias. People like Josh Allen, so now they're willing to overlook things that they will kill other quarterbacks for. It is crazy to me.
People like their guys, man. People like their guys.
Let's move on to the game in which cost McDermott his job. The Bills lost a heartbreaker 33-30 in Denver. And while everybody has seemed to be talking about the Buffalo Bills after the game, let's focus on the actual winners. Shout out to the Denver Broncos. Make some noise for them. Number 1 seed, getting to play a home game in the AFC conference title game. But I think for me, Bo Nix, everything should be about Bo Nix from the injury to the performance. Where do you guys want to start?
Performance, and then we can get to the injury and his backup later.
Performance-wise, I think it's very simple. He outplayed Josh Allen am I missing it? Am I not seeing it correctly? He had less turnovers. He had the better completion percentage. He was the one who seems to be making all the right decisions when they mattered the most in that game. He's the one who was, his number 1 receiver, Sutton, was literally ghost for 57 minutes, and then in the last 3 minutes has about 50 yards and is helping them. That was what you would call it. Still found a way. I keep hearing about the wide receivers on the other end. There's a dude named Little Jordan Humphrey. Offensive line. These are the people who caught touchdowns for Bo Nix. So for me, Bo Nix led his team in rushing this past weekend. So for all the conversation about who doesn't have what, who doesn't have this, the second-year quarterback is the one who came back because he was down 27-23 in the fourth quarter. He's the one who got the ball after the Buffalo Bills had a chance in overtime. He's the one who made all the right plays and decisions and won the game. So for me, I know we did the whole Josh out of the first segment, and to Mook's point, that fumble is probably the game changer. They lost by 3. You gave them 3 points, 3 points at the half, a 10-point swing, whatever. But Bo Nix proved, I think, a lot to, at least to me, this past weekend, that he needs to start being a little bit more respected with the Jaden Daniels, the Caleb Williams, these second-year quarterbacks who everyone is talking about how great they are.
Drake Mays.
The Drake Mays. He had a much better game than Drake May. And last thing, of those second-year quarterbacks, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, already in the conference title game. Of that illustrious draft of quarterbacks, 3 of them have already made it to, and by the looks of it, one of them will be in the Super Bowl. Just because, technically, if the Broncos win, I think Bo Nix will get credit, but there's a chance that one of them are already in the Super Bowl in their second year. So shout out to that draft class. And once again, shout out to the Broncos. They played great. Want to give them love. Their defense. Shout out to, we keep talking about they got the turnovers. They forced Superman, who went, I think it was Omatic who said 6 straight games with no turnovers. They forced 4 of them things, plus another one from James Cook. So I want to make, like I said, shout out to the Broncos. They played amazing.
Yeah, that Bo Nix, bruh. That the pass to Lil Jordan Humphrey that he dropped it as the first jump. I was like, damn, that's a that. And I was like, you need them though, because you'll never know if you're gonna get them again. Went back to Lil Jordan Humphrey on the other side. It looked like the same route, but he trusted them, same type that. I was like, opposite hash. I was like, dang, Bo Nix dealing out this motherfucker, ain't he? And then in certain third downs, I thought he was going like, you know what I'm saying, end up fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Getting the jump, stepping up in the pocket, scrambling, making plays. So it's just like, yeah, I gotta kind of eat my words, bro. Because I thought Bo Nix was a sucker for leaving the SEC. Nah, that is. I thought he was a sucker for leaving the SEC, going to Oregon. Called him an old quarterback, all that shit. But it's just like, yeah, like all them games, I guess, paying off. Because all the excuses I made for Jaden Daniels, I guess I gotta make for Bo Nix now. Because it's like he balled out and he finished the game with a fractured foot. That's gangster. Like, I ain't even about to hold you. So, and I fuck with him because he balked on. But I really started paying attention when he balked on Sean Payton last year. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, fuck him. It's like, yeah, I'm the quarterback, you the coach. They like, yeah, what you talking about? Yeah, so yeah, like, but nah, that Bo Nix, you got my respect, and the defense, Broncos defense, have my respect all year. But like Mick Bonito and that
Zach Allen.
Zach Allen, yeah, thank you, Charles. That defensive line, bro, the rotation that they got. Come on, P2, only Alabama, one of the only Alabama players I respect. And then they got who's that? Milk Check on the other side, Riley Moss. Riley Moss, yeah. He real. He get handsy because he's slow, but you know what I'm saying. If he keep up with you though, then you know what I'm saying. You can strap up though. Like he got good hands on the punching the ball out late and shit. So shout out to them boys, man. And like you said, they was the kryptonite to Superman, bro. Like he real like that fumble really blows my mind because there's no reason that you fumbled that jump, bro. Like. All you had to do was really just tuck it, go down. But you want to spin around, jump, go that way. Then it's just like, wow. Then it's like the end of the half at that. So it's just like,
You're bringing up bad memories for people.
Hey man, I'm just saying, bro. Like in a sense, like it really looked like kryptonite for that man, bro. Like it was just certain shit. It was just like, oh, they just point. It's either they pointing out weaknesses or you just crumbling right now. So, and then Bo Nix, like you said, they're down 23-27, fourth quarter, doing this thing, coming back, and then in overtime, get the ball back, lead them down, broken foot, get them in field goal range. Yeah, walk off, and it's just like, hey, bro, like you can't even be mad at that, shorty. Like got the heat. That was veteran shit right there. Shout out to Sean Payton. He actually called. There was some bonehead shit, certain possessions, but he called a hell of a game too. So shout out to the Broncos.
Do you have any praise for the Broncos, or are you just still sad about the Bills?
I don't have too much praise, man. Really personally haven't been sold on the Broncos all year. I don't think they did much in this game to change my mind. But I will give the Bo Nix fourth quarter winning time praise. He was making those plays that, those third down plays to get you that first down, in the overtime in the fourth quarter. So I'll give him that, but I have not much more to give for that.
I'm just curious now. I'm sensing a thing. Who are you impressed with in the NFL this season? Because you're not impressed with.
I'm actually not impressed with a lot. It wasn't that, it wasn't, to me, it wasn't, some beautiful football from a lot of teams this year.
Just curious because I keep hearing you're not impressed with any. It just seems like you're not impressed with anything. So I'm just curious.
Like a top to bottom team to be like, this is the clear cut, team. I just don't think it's been one that I enjoy. I mean, I kind of measure, Cats against my guys right here. You know what I'm saying? The Commanders back here. Cats played on my birthday. Denver, that is. Wasn't impressed, bro. Like we're in a dogfight with Mariota, bro. Like, come on, man.
I mean, it's a football.
Mariota's a. I don't. Why are you slighting Mariota?
He's a great backup.
That's what.
And he was like in week something of being a starter at that point. So it's just like, bro, you're not coming in to shock us anymore. You are the starter, and you're in this dogfight, and you're supposed to have this great defense. Like, whatever, bro. I wasn't impressed by the Broncos, man.
Mariota's a veteran quarterback, saying it all, bro.
Good for him, man. Nix did a good job in the fourth and overtime. That's all I got for him, man.
All right, let's move on to another game in which the quarterback, had a lot of turnovers. Caleb Williams' late interception ultimately cost the Bears a chance to host the NFC title. Oh, I'm sorry. They would not be hosting. Cost them a shot at the NFC title game. But I think my question is this. Did the Bears squander their best opportunity?
For what?
Getting to a Super Bowl, advancing to that. Listen, this team in Caleb's second year, I think overachieved. They were the second seed in the NFC. They're playing a home game versus a team that I think a lot of us assumed was better than them in the Rams. And they were in that ball game and they were driving with a chance to win in overtime to go to the NFC title game. I don't know. Let me rephrase. Let me put it like this. Do you think the Bears as they are currently constructed, have a better shot at getting to an NFC title game than they did last Sunday?
I would say, yeah. I think they could. I think they can improve the roster, man. I think they could.
And I also think they could be winning the North for the next time.
I want y'all to know they are in cap hell. Like, if you
for real, I was about to ask that. Like, who locked up on their roster?
They signed Sweat. I know for the defense, I know Moore is probably going to get off the books. But as far as their offense, they have.
I know they got Kevin. Because I know they got Kevin Byard this year from Tennessee.
They have a lot. Over the last 2 years, they have a lot of high value contracts, both on the offensive and defensive end. And the thing is, Caleb is still on that rookie contract. And he's going into year 3. And they're gonna need to extend him. I'm sure they're gonna pick up the 5th year, so they're gonna probably extend him at the end of next year. That's what it seems to be doing, extending them in year 3, not year 4. All I'm saying is that the Bears seem to be in cap hell, and I don't know how much better it is going to get than, like I said, being at home versus a team in the overtime versus a team that we think is better than you and having a chance to win it?
I mean, if they get, because I know they got a lot of money in that offensive line, especially that interior, because they got Tony. They just got him last year. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, bro, can't call it. But it depends, though. Like, but if you're talking about roster construction and what I seen this year going off of shit, it's just division. I think they can get, if they can win the North, I still think they can win the North. Then we get into the playoffs. All right, we got the Rams. Seahawks ain't going fucking nowhere. And then to toss up in the fucking NFC East, NFC South, some shit. So yeah, bro. Yeah, I think they can get to the Super Bowl. I don't know if they're gonna win it, but I think they can get through the NFC. They definitely need to shirk, like O'Matic said, they need to shirk some shit on that defense. But yeah, but I also think they got some players that they can do some GM magic with that money. So for sure, especially if DJ Moore about to get the fuck, then it's just like, all right, that like, and then Sweat, they could probably trade him, especially for some draft capital, get young on the defensive line and shit. Never know.
You got a young, great quarterback. That's what they say. You're around for the long haul. I mean, what you said, year 2. We forgot to mention Rome is there. This is year 2 for him.
A lot of drop passes.
It's a lot of drop passes. Hopefully he can figure that out. My Nunn guy's there, rookie for him. My guy, Colston Loveland's there. So, I mean, offensively, I think you got the team to grow. I think it's the defense that got a problem. I had a Bears cat in one of my chats. Yeah, Luther there as well. So, I mean, offensively, I think they'll be fine. It's the defense I think they got to shore up. And ultimately, to me, I think Ben Johnson, year 1, you gotta play 4 quarters, man. Like, you can't keep doing this, I'm going to turn it on at the end type shit. And it's giving us magic. It's giving us great plays. But we got to figure it out, man. I think that'll be what they need to figure out. Play 4 complete quarters, and maybe you can be that dominant Bears team for a very long time. That's how I see them going forward.
My last 2 things on the Bears before I move on to the Rams. 2 things as far as Caleb goes. The touchdown pass. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I didn't think he could do something greater than what he did in the wild card round, and he did. Like, it's actually kind of wild that in 2 consecutive playoff weeks, he's probably made one of the best passes I think some people have ever seen.
For sure.
When you take into account time, situation, the level of the game, all that, I don't think there's many people who can say in back-to-back professional weeks they've had maybe the best throw some people have ever seen. So, shout out to him, just like finding a way. Like, we were all in the chat. What was I saying? Generate, like, truly some amazing shit. But on the flip side, the interception that actually ended the game, are we willing to chalk that up to miscommunication between him and DJ Moore? Because I've seen a lot of people come out and say that's what it seems to be. Or is that all on the quarterback? He just can't do that. Or is it on DJ Moore for not fighting and actually trying to get, make a play on the ball? Where do we stand on that?
I want to blame DJ, bro.
Okay.
What about you, O'Matic?
I can't lie. I haven't really gone back and looked at what DJ did or didn't do, but the way that everybody's talking, it sounds like DJ ain't run that. But also, can't have 3 picks, man. You just can't. Honestly, you can't do that, bro. You can't give the ball over like that. Like,
that's my biggest issue. My biggest issue is once you throw the ball, you have 2 interceptions before that final one. It's hard for me to do the miscommunicate, because even if that is true, even if that is the case, you have turned the ball over 2 times prior. So if I'm going to talk about how turnovers cost that guy in Buffalo the game, I gotta make the point that those turnovers cost the guy in Chicago as well.
Do it.
Consistency. I like to be consistent, so we'll do that. But on the flip side, talk about taking accountability. Shout out to Sean McVay. He came out of his presser and was very, very blunt. Said he coached a bad game. Said that the team won in spite of him. You don't see that normally from coaches. So, do you think McVay will have another bad game when he plays in the title game?
Same thing that team did to his buddy up the street in California. Gonna happen to him, Chad.
Ooh, okay. So, we got some previews coming.
But nah, but respectfully and honestly, no, I don't think McVay gonna have another performance like that. I'm not gonna hold you. I kind of fell asleep at the end of this game, but I did go back and watch like what I missed, basically, like the speed up. So I ain't watch every play. But yeah, that jump. But from what I seen though, at the end, it's just like, bro, he was just like giving the game to Chicago, bro. Like if Caleb ain't throw that interception, then
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying, then we talking about something totally different. Yeah, but like I don't think that's gonna happen again. I'm worried about the Rams defense, honestly. When it comes to some shit, because I don't think that they should have gave up as much as they did either. But they came in when it was clutch, so like bent don't break type shit. Definitely thought they won in spite of him. Shout out to Shula, calling a good game, putting his defense in situations to make plays. But yeah, I don't think McVay gonna have another performance like this though.
I agree. I don't think he's doing that again. I mean, we all saw his quarterback visibly pissed about how timid he was playing. You know what I'm saying? They had that shot of him just pissed. So I mean, I don't think he's gonna be in a situation like that again. So you know,
Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah.
Was Stafford was because I have this question in the doc. Was Stafford's play about Stafford, or does it seem something bigger? To me, I'm with you. They seem to get real timid. But last week you made the point that they took their foot off the gas. That was the point that you made versus the Panthers, that they took their foot off the gas. Now we get a week later in the playoffs, and I don't know if they took their foot off the gas or if the Bears overwhelmed them. It seemed like McVay was trying to protect Stafford. He didn't want Stafford to be the reason why they lost the game. He was much rather comfortable putting the ball in Kyron Williams' hand and saying, go for it. Now, to be fair, Stafford did make that pass to Devontae. They on the final possession when they did kick the field goal, they threw the ball on second and third down towards the end zone. So maybe he changed his mind towards, as the game was going. But there was a brief stretch in that third and fourth quarter where it felt like McVay was trying to protect Stafford. And I wonder, was that about him in that game in itself, or is there a larger question we need to be asking? Is Stafford hurt? He's old as hell. Like, are there bigger concerns that we should be focused on for this week? Or is it just, hey, that was the game plan?
It sounds like everything you're saying is synonymous with taking that foot off that gas, man. That's what it sounds like to me. You know what I'm saying? You're overwhelmed. You driving a car. You're overwhelmed by this car over here. Let me get off the gas a little bit. Let me protect myself. Like, that's exactly. Yeah, we did that again. I mean, we had a 0-0 third quarter, man.
A lot of weeds tonight.
I mean, we is just in the football realm, buddy. You know what I mean? We had a 0-0 third quarter, man. Like, nobody was doing anything. It was all run. And, like, bro, as you just said, fourth quarter overtime comes. You see Stafford. I'm pissed. He throws these balls. These beautiful balls. We're talking about a beautiful ball from Caleb. That Jonah Devontae was amazing. Went in a place that only he can get it. I was like, all right, bro. He was pissed. He should have had the ball. We wouldn't have been here. Let's go win the game. So, I mean, maybe he could be preserving him, though. I haven't even thought about that. Definitely old as hell. He didn't have a back. You know what I'm saying? This is why, as you said, we'll get into some predictions. But right off into the sunset here, Stafford. But he could be protecting him for the run, the ultimate run here. But, I haven't heard him being hurt. But everybody, as we said last week, everyone's hurt now. So, fuck it.
That nigga been taking some hits, too, though.
Playoffs.
Yeah.
Let's play.
We should talk about the Texans Patriots first. Texas Patriots was such an interesting game. I told y'all before this game that
the most disappointing game.
What? Because you didn't like the end result, but I told y'all before.
I just mean like quarterback play. That's why I was talking.
Okay, fair. What was that? 7 or 8 turnovers between the two of them. 3 for May and 4 for CJ. let's just focus on this game. So defense, like Mook said, it was a defensive statement from both teams, but the Patriots end up carrying their offense into the title game. 4 interceptions by the defense, plus a fumble. Patriots defense looked like world beaters out there. But I think this game is all about CJ Stroud. Like I think the NFL is a little too quarterback heavy, but this is the perfect example as to why. CJ Stroud just took what could have been a historical defense and has them sitting at home right now because he was bad. Like he had
awful. He
had one of the worst, I think, QB performances in the playoffs you'll ever see. And
bruh, Charles, can I please say this stat, Charles?
Go for it.
He could have spiked that motherfucker every down and had a higher QBR than what he had, and then whatever the fuck he was doing the other day, bro.
Yeah, it was all bad from beginning to end. I think the thing that maybe worries me about the CJ was that of the 4 interceptions, 3 of them were on him. There was one that bounced off of the receiver's hands.
Off Higgins' hand.
He had a completion percentage of about 46%. Of all those passes, there's like 2 that were like dropped by the receivers. Most of the bad that happened was because of him. It wasn't because of these other parts. No, the bad was because of him. The one thing I will say to be fair to him was that no resemblance of a running game in that game. Woody Marks, shout out to Omatic, he was spot on that the Texas running game had nothing. Woody Marks was dead. Chubb was dead. CJ Stroud is scared to run. Ultimately dead. Everything was just dead. So I will give him some grace in saying that he didn't really have no help. But man, that was one of the worst performances. And for a second week in the playoffs, I don't know what I think about the Patriots because the performance of the other team was just so bad that I can't really gauge what's going on. So the only issue I will say is, though, the Patriots offense did something. So CJ May, he threw the 3 touchdowns. Did he have 3 turnovers? Yes. But he threw 3 touchdowns, and when he had a short field, he seemed to score. I don't know how much more I can ask for a quarterback but then to do that. To score when you get a short field and, make of what you do. But that Texas defense, before that game, we were saying that is the best unit of all the units. That was the best unit, and I think they proved it. Drake May was stifled. They got the turnovers. They did. If it wasn't for CJ Stroud's pick 6, I actually think they win. I actually think that pick 6 was the game changer because that actually gave the Patriots points on defense that I don't think they would have been able to get on offense because of how good the Texas defense was. So I actually feel bad for D'Amico. I feel bad for Will Anderson. I feel bad for Hunter. I feel bad for that defense. Like you know how people feel bad for Josh Allen? I feel bad for the Texans defense.
Retweet, Charles. So I said that was my AFC Super Bowl pick. Niggas gotta adjust their ranks now. But yeah, bro. I'm not talking about CJ Stroud. But nah, that ass. I'm not talking about that nigga, bro. He's a disgrace to the position of quarterback. Like, the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, Maddox used the word timid and all that shit earlier. Like, everything he said about the previous games can be bottled up and just put also into a bottle of CJ Stroud. Because all the bad shit that happened in the other games is like, you just like, hold my beer, my nigga. Like, I guarantee you, I can do all the bad shit that y'all did worse than y'all. And he proceeded to do that. And it was kind of crazy because as bad as he was playing, the defense was still keeping them in the fucking game. And there's a couple of times that they could have scored 14 points again this weekend because they had 2 strip sacks, but they fell on them. They should have fell on them, but they was trying to pick them up and house them jump. Mm-hmm. And then they didn't get them. But the jumps that they just fell on, they actually got. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, even then, like, the defense was still giving this nigga extra possessions, and he was fucking around, fucking off. So it's just like, all right, bro. But yeah, I feel like Charles said, I feel sorry for motherfucking Daniil Hunter, Sheldon Rankins, Will Anderson, Petrie, Butler,
What's my man with the who got fined?
Hey, my man, Aziz Al-Shaair. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Op, man, you know what I'm saying? The fact that the NFL was about to do him dirty. They was about to say he couldn't play in the game because of the eye black. Like, fuck the fine. They was about to say he couldn't play. They was about to take him off the field. So it was just like, yeah. So he actually go back inside and change his whole eye black. So, like, that's why the presser, he had that just regular eye black on. So it's just like, yeah. Shout out to all the guys, man. Like, big fan of you, gentlemen. I really hope that y'all. I was screaming in the chat, put Davis Mills in, because like, nah, dead ass, because like he came back and won the last game of the season against the Colts, because like they was losing in that game, defense doing what they was doing, and he came in and won that jump last game with the like last drive type shit. So it's like with the touchdown. So I'm like, even like. It's sad that we saying if you would have put Davis Mills in that motherfucker, they probably would have won that game. Like, that's how good that defense was. Now, switch to the winners. Shout out to the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Drake May. Because even with his turnovers, he didn't seem flustered at all. Hey, threw the 3 picks, and he's still throwing it. They didn't give up on the run. They broke a big run with both running backs. One happened to score. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them boys. And that catch by Stephon Diggs, well, ball placement by Drake May too. But the catch, both of the catches by Kayshon Boutte, NFL issue, and Stephon Diggs, them some great throws and great catches by those gentlemen. So yeah. Shout out to Mike Vrabel, man. And the boys over there in New England. Looks like we got to deal with this shit again. And twice in our lifetimes. Ain't that some fuck, fellas? Look at that.
Let me just say, Davis Mills did not come in for a reason. I'll just start by saying that.
Listen, I was in another chat telling cats he's not coming in the game.
Dude, there's a reason he didn't come in. Braves would have had that on lock. I'm not gonna say anything as Kat said about the Texans. I've said all I needed to say. Especially CJ Stroud. As Chuck was saying earlier, we were in a chat with Verb now. I think I was in and out of this game. I was celebrating some things. But I do remember texting the chat, and I was like, I'm learning a lot about the Patriots right now, man. I think through anything, because there was no way in hell, you know, I don't even think if there wasn't a pick six that the Texans win the game. They weren't winning that game. But I think that was just, as everyone said, they haven't played, and Drake May specifically hasn't played a defense all year, and we saw what happened when he did play him. But, you know, I will say shout out to the Texans for hanging in there. They were on the field too much, and they still kind of didn't break as much as they could. But in all of that, as you said, we got 3 turnovers out of that kid. I don't think he played bad. There were some great balls from May, but I think we did learn that May could probably play against some good defense. Maybe it's not a fluke. I don't think it was a fluke. The 3 turnovers, it wasn't the best. But I don't think it was a fluke from May this season. And as bad as the Texans offense was, I think the Patriots were flying around. So shout out to that as well. I was enjoying their cornerbacks, Gonzo.
Carlton Davis the third.
Yeah, Davis as well.
They got an underrated defense. It's just because niggas don't know their name.
Yeah, I mean, cats should know some cats, you know. And then you got Braves out there coaching them. So, I mean, you know, you kind of know what to expect from their defense. So I learned a lot from the Pats. It's kind of sad that they're about to go against Jarrett Stidham. But, yeah, had nothing for that game, man. I knew it was going to be nasty. Shout out to the snow. It looked good. Good football weather, man.
That was sleet. I just learned today that was sleet. That wasn't even snow. So that made shit even worse. And kind of explain why CJ looked so fucking terrible, but not an excuse.
He used to play in Ohio. He has no excuse.
Can the defense of the Patriots carry them to the Super Bowl?
Against Stidham?
I think so. Because I like, say what you want about Sean Payton, bro. Like, the boy, nigga good with backup quarterbacks, bro.
So, the worst game of the weekend, by far, Seahawks spanked the 49ers. And when I mean spanked them, like, spanked
Felt the
them
ass.
real bad. Was this beatdown about injuries? Was it about fatigue? Or was this about the fact that the 49ers might have been exposed?
I just think the Seahawks are a better team. Like, I think that's what it is, top to bottom. It's just that, like, their defense is just like, but we got better defense against a lackluster offense. They don't have the weapons. The offensive line is gonna get bullied other than Trent Williams. It's just like, bro, like, what do you want? Like, you can't. We're going to beat the dog shit out of y'all. Like, and they proved it. Like, they couldn't do shit on offense. Like, they made everybody look up, even the Giants. Like, on the 49ers offense. Like, it actually got. It looks sad. I think they did to get exposed in a sense, but I think they just went up against a very superior opponent.
Shout out to me for being completely wrong about saying Kyle Shanahan would outcoach Mike McDonald last game. Secondly, didn't know it was 41-6 till right now as I'm looking at these notes.
You totally didn't know the final score?
Totally went to sleep on this game. I knew what it was. I mean, I came up here last week. I said these cats sold their soul for that Eagles win, man. Like, I knew it was over. I knew it was over for them. They had nothing to give, man. Actually, I feel like CMC went out, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's clipped. I was like, it's done. I don't even know when. I think that was like second quarter or something. I was like, yeah, I have nothing for this game, man. And then I was saying, top to bottom, besides Mono, I think the Seahawks are a really good damn team. I said the team would just be way better than the Niners here. So, I mean, this kind of just fit all the points that I thought about this game besides the coaching there. But, yeah, I mean, 41-6 is crazy. They didn't even get a touchdown. So, I got nothing for it. Shout out to the Seahawks.
We've been talking about can other units, in particular, can the Patriots defense lead them to the Super Bowl? Can Sam Darnold play this type of play, lead the Seahawks to a Super Bowl?
Yeah. If he played the way he did the other day, yeah. Because he threw the touchdown, got a touchdown. I protected the ball enough. You know what I'm saying? For Sam Darnold in the playoffs. So it's just
I don't think he didn't have a turnover.
He didn't. So he only had that one touchdown. And they ran the shit out the ball too. So it's just like
KW9 had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. That's just because Charbonnet tore his shit up, right?
Yeah. He's out for the rest of the season.
Peace him.
Sam Darnold only had 125 passing yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, like he put up motherfucking Mendoza up. So
do you believe that type of play can get them on the back of I'm guessing the defense and him, can they get to the Super Bowl?
I mean, they're playing the Rams. So last 2 times they played, wasn't it a shootout?
38, they won 38-37, I believe.
Yeah, or like 39-38, some shit like that.
It was a 1-point win. They won.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen.
So if it's just like, if we doing some shit like that, yeah. I think third time playing each other, divisional opponent, it's in Seattle.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Sam Darnold can play well enough at home specifically to do what he got to do to get them to the Super Bowl. And defense, them boys look good, champ. Like,
it's a world beater on defense.
God damn it. And
sure.
DeMarcus Lawrence, shout out to you, bro. Nah, for real. Like, as a Cowboys fan.
I saw that clip at the beginning of when he was saying he can't win a Super Bowl in Dallas. I seen it.
Yeah, shout out to you, bro. Like, you got out of there. You real life our second DeMarcus. Wasn't DeMarcus Ware?
Yes.
Yeah. DeMarcus Ware, you the second coming to him, bro. So
you did that with the Broncos, right?
Yeah. When help Payton get his second jump. So yeah, brother, go finish that jump, man. Like real shit.
Okay.
D-Law, I fuck with you, bro.
And yes, that is our recap of the divisional round. Shout out to all the guys who have advanced. So sad for McDermott. Lost his job because of fucking Josh Allen. I know it stinks. All right. Let's move on to conference title winning weekend. Everything is set. We have our final 4 here. Broncos, Seahawks, Patriots and Rams. Let's start with the AFC. Patriots versus Broncos. Who do you guys like, and what do you think will be the biggest factor in this game? Start with Mook.
Defense. Because I feel like we got one of the, I feel like these got 2 of the top 10 statistically defenses left, and then maybe 3 of the top 15 possibly with the Rams.
Even higher, man. The Rams, the Broncos were one of the best defenses, and the Patriots, at least with
top
the end
3
of the season, top 5. It's like top 5, top 7, top defenses.
Yeah. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? We got some shit too. Defense and quarterback play, bro, and coaching. Like O'Matic said last week, I really think coaching gonna come into play this week, especially with the Seahawks and Rams game. Not so, yeah. Well, actually both, because we got all the coaches are play callers except Vrabel. So we're gonna have some good shit going on. So, but I got the Patriots coming out of the AFC, and I got the Seahawks coming out of that NFC. I'm gonna keep that pick sturdy because I've been fucking with them all.
Yeah, I think Stidham is the real conversation. He hasn't took. I think he's taken 1 snap all season, and I think if you date back to last year, he's taken 2 snaps in 1 snap in 2 full seasons in the regular season. I don't even believe he took a snap during the preseason this season.
I don't think he started in like 3 years.
Yeah, so I think the question becomes, at least to me in the first game, Pats versus Broncos, which quarterback plays better? Is it the second-year quarterback who is apparently going to finish second in MVP voting, or is it the backup quarterback who hasn't thrown a pass in 2 years? Like, I think that's what the game comes down to. Which one of them plays better or worse? If Stidham plays neutral, he doesn't have any turnovers, he maybe gets a few third downs here and there, he gives his defense good field position and things of that nature, I don't see why the Broncos lose. If Drake May plays any way he's played in the first 2 games, I think the Pats lose easily. If Drake May plays like he did in the regular season, though, now we're having a real conversation, because Drake May should be very thankful for CJ Stroud and Justin Herbert, because if it wasn't for them, we'd be talking about how bad he's been. Now, I know O'Matic made the point that he wasn't that bad in the past game, but 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions is pretty bad. 3 turnovers is pretty bad. Like, most times, if you have 3 turnovers, your team is going to lose the game.
For sure.
I
said for sure.
Yeah, the reason why his team did, because his defense played amazing. If everything goes the same, pass defense plays great again, Drake May doesn't play good, the quarterback for Denver plays good, their defense doesn't play good, I lean the Pats because I think Stidham can't do much. It's not going to be Bo Nix. I said Denver quarterback, but a certain quarterback, because I don't know what Stidham will do. I know for a fact what Bo Nix has done, and if it was him going into this game, I would take the Broncos, no doubt. But without him, I am torn. I am really, really torn going into the AFC title game. But if you're making me pick right now, I think Denver pulls it out. I think Denver finds a way. If you talking about muck it up, I think that will be the super muck up game. O'Matic?
Hey, man, more power to you. More power to you, man. I think the game literally, as you said, comes down to the quarterback play. And there's no way a guy, like you said, that hasn't taken a meaningful snap in 3 football years. About to come in here.
It's damn near 4 calendar.
Beat this team that just turned a whole team over like 4 times. Like, we're not doing that, man. Even worse, you know what I'm saying? You shut down some cats' run game as well. Granted, you know, the Broncos do have a better run game. I think, again, didn't want to harp too much on the game last week. I don't think the Broncos played a complete game. I think there's some room for improvement. They can come out there and do that. But do you go out there and do that with a guy that hasn't played in 3 years? I don't think you can.
Point.
I don't think you can easily do that.
You're gonna establish the run game when you need it.
I mean, you can try. You tried it last week. You know, Cats put the ball on the ground several times. Did they lose all them Jones? No. So now again, you're playing another really good defense, and we're keying in on your run game because you have Jared Stidham in the game.
Hold on. So is the Buffalo Bills defense good or not?
I mean, Cats told me statistically they were a good defense.
Okay, just want to make sure.
That's what I was told statistically.
I just want to make sure.
And
I didn't think they were good.
I didn't either. As I said, worst roster, but this is not about the Bills right now. This is about the Broncos right here. I'm in agreement. If Nix was playing, I think the Broncos win this game. And if Stidham is playing, like, I have nothing for it. This should be it is going to be another good test to see May against that defense. So I'm actually looking forward to that. But I mean, I don't think in any way it's going to be like a fireworks game because I mean Stidham. Come on now, we got nothing.
It's going to look like the first game. It's going to look like their first round game.
Football is the ultimate team sport to me, and if everybody claims Sean Payton to be as great of a coach he is, this is where you get your money. This is where you scheme up a game perfectly. Where Stidham, I'm not asking Stidham to throw outside the numbers 20, 30 times. I'm asking him to make 20 probably great passes. I'm asking him to do very specific things at very specific times. I'm trying to keep him out of third and longs. If Sean Payton is the guy I'm supposed to believe he is supposed to conjure up his best game plan on offense that makes it so Stidham will lead them to a victory. Because like I said, football is the ultimate. The special teams has to play a part. If everything needs to hit on all cylinders. And for me personally, we've gone through 2 games in the playoffs. I know you say the last game taught you a little bit more about the Patriots. If anything, I am very concerned. When CJ Stroud and the Texans had 5 turnovers, you still needed a defensive score. They needed it as much as you want to be without that, the score is 16-20. At the time, it's 21-16. And we're having a 21-13 because they had to score the extra field goal. We're having a real different conversation if that game was 21-13 and not 28. I'm just saying that they didn't do enough with all they got for me to be they're going to go into Denver. I think that's what we're forgetting. They're going to have to go into Denver and win that game. So, like I said, right now, I'm a little hesitant, but I see why y'all think it. I'm just saying, I'm a little hesitant.
Hey, man, I seen them stop 2 run games in 2 consecutive weeks. And backup quarterback, number 1 wide receiver was dead for the whole game and then came alive for 2 minutes. And then the weather's not going to play a factor, so the ball not going to be slippery, all that extra shit, fumbling and all that should not be a factor for Drake May. So he should not have 3 interceptions and all of that shit. So we'll see. But I agree with you though on the Sean Payton front though. You know what I'm saying? But talk about another team in Cap Hill. But yeah, I agree with that point a lot. Because if you that nigga, bro, if you that quarterback whisperer and that offensive genius that they say you are, and you made Drew Brees, even though I thought he made Pro Bowls and shit before you got him, but hey, then yeah, brother, it's time for you to put your big boy britches on and don't talk about failing another historic all-world defense. Don't let it pass.
Yeah, I mean, going into Denver, I believe is going to be a beautiful win if it gets pulled off. It should get pulled off. I mean,
hell yeah, it should.
I mean, are we scripting or are we scripted, man? This has script written all over it. The Super Bowl has script at this point written all over it right now.
Well, all right, well, let's go to the NFC title game then.
Are we scripting or are we not?
NFC title game. I think Mook brought it up earlier. This is a divisional rematch. 3rd time they will face each other this season. And like the other, it's offense versus defense. It's a defensive-minded head coach versus an offensive-minded head coach. It's a veteran quarterback versus Sam Darnold is a vet in theory, but everyone knows. Everyone knows the Sam Darnold story. So it's basically an unproven quarterback versus a proven quarterback. I'm leading Seahawks because I think that defense, like we did last week, is the best unit currently that we have of the 4 teams remaining. The Seahawks defensive unit is the best unit of all 4 teams left. I think the irony is I think the Rams offense is the second best unit. So it's the 2 best units I think facing each other. Who wins out? I think the Seahawks win out, and this is for one reason. I think the Seahawks at home will run the ball enough that we're not going to be talking about Sam Darnold the day after. On Monday after this game, Sam Darnold will not be a conversation piece. And as long as Sam Darnold is not a conversation piece, I think the Seahawks win this actually pretty easily. Not 2-3 touchdowns, but I think like a touchdown, 10 points. Like I think it's a safe bet that the Seahawks are a better team. And I think what the Rams did versus the Bears makes me more comfortable being like the Seahawks are a better team. Is McDonald going to out-coach McVay? I don't know. But what I do know is that defense will be the best unit on the field. And I believe that takes them over the edge. James, you look like you're very concerned about the things I've said.
Yeah, I am. I would hope, to your point, that the defense is the best, unit on the field. I'm just looking at some stuff here. Last time these 2 teams played, literally a month ago, Puka Nacua had a career 225 yards.
22 catches, right?
12.
225, 2 tugs. Stafford 457. So if you're telling me, I don't know what has changed in a month. Obviously things are a bit more higher stakes at this point. I don't see,
How many yards did Stafford have versus the Panthers?
I don't know. Don't have that pulled up right now. I'm not talking about that matchup.
How many yards did he have last week?
I'm not talking about that matchup. I'm talking about this 2 teams that have played, as you said, twice a year, that games have been decided by 3 points total that you're telling me is now supposed to be a 10-point game, suddenly. It just doesn't make sense to me.
The 2 times that they played the 49ers, the Seahawks, it was 13-3 and 17-13. What just happened this past weekend?
And I said last week that they was going to blow the doors off them boys.
I'm just saying, like, once again, I'm not saying you're wrong, Omatic. I'm just saying if the logic is, hey, this is what has happened. Well, we've seen what happened in the 3 games in the 3rd game series that these 2 have played.
Yeah. Last thing about logic of what's happened. I don't know. I had to look this up. I was looking for the defensive coordinator for the Rams. Look this guy up, Chris Shula. I didn't know that. I'm like, what is his relationship? What is his relationship to Sam Darnold is what I asked myself. And I only asked this because in the 2 games again that they've played this year, 6 interceptions this kid has thrown against this defense. Why do you know this, Shula? McVay, do you know Sam Darnold from somewhere? Like, how do you know that you can get 6 interceptions off this guy? There's been a running theme I've been saying for 2 years about Sam Darnold. Sam Mono Darnold. I do not believe in him. I think, you guys, we said 100 some odd yards last week. Granted, the run game was there. You didn't have to do too much. The Niners were dead, depleted. You didn't have to go out there and throw for 250 or, do some crazy stuff like that. I think you'd have to throw that ball. This game, especially, as you said, maybe they'll run it more. I don't think so. Charbonnet is done. You know what I'm saying? Ken Walker had 100 yards the last time they played. Only 11 touches. So I don't think we're running the ball here. I think this has to be a Sam Darnold game. You're telling me that I've got a defense that's picked this man off 6 times in 2 games? And you're telling me that we have a script here again for the number 1 and number 2 cat of the NFL MVP voting. Give me the goddamn Rams here, man. Okay. Rams, man. I got the Rams here. It's been fun.
What was Donald's stats in the last game?
270, 2 tugs, 2 ends. First time they played 4 ends.
He was throwing picks too.
Stafford or Darnold?
Stafford. I
Stafford.
know Donald was throwing picks.
Oh,
And
I
you
thought you
said
said
6.
Darnold. I'm sorry. That's what I was saying. Stafford did 450 and 3 tugs. No hints. Just a
No
clean
ends?
game. Just a clean
Oh,
game.
because that was on his stretch when he was like not throwing no picks.
Just a clean game.
Yeah,
Now,
that's
again,
all right.
pains me. It pains me to go against my guy. Pains me to go against my guy, Mike Mack. But it is what it is, man. I think this is if the run goes how I think it goes, man. I think this is something that solidifies McVay as like one of those better and or best top 5 coaches.
I mean,
in the past decade. I mean, his resume is already
he's been
amazing.
to 2 Super Bowls already.
You know what I'm saying? Like you go here again. If the scripts,
He's 3 for 3 in NFC title games.
So
if
here we
he
go.
wins.
So here we go. So I'm here. I'm just here for all those narratives, man. I think Sam Darnold is going to prove to me who I know he is to be here. So I got the Rams for sure. I don't know what the spread is. It can't be nothing crazy because again, it's only been 3 points that decided both the matchups total. So I'm all in for the Rams.
So we have Rams, Pats, Mook. Who do you have?
Script.
Let me get that Seahawks, brother. Because unlike James, I don't trust that Rams defense, specifically the secondary. Kitchens has been playing poorly these last 2 weeks. He has been getting fucking cooked. Cooper Kupp, I had him a little warm-up game last week. Let me get him in a revenge game this week.
Okay, I like
Because
that.
of the
I
way
haven't heard that name yet.
Yeah, the way they treated that man and kicked him out. Rashid Shaheed is a fucking weapon on kickoffs and punt returns. So it's just like it's a ultimate team games, all 3 phases. So play if you want to. It's like we literally saw it in the 49ers game, bro. Like opening kickoff, house. That game was over. They didn't even get the ball yet. That game was fucking over. And it was just like, oh, okay. And then they get the ball, 3 and out. They go down, field goal. Once again, game over, my niggas. So it's just like, and they in Seattle again. So it's just like, yeah, bro. And then defensively, it's just like, Matthew Stafford can't run, can't get away from that. That they can try to get your ball out quick, but what's his name? Witherspoon for Seattle, young guy. Left that was drafted last year out of the SEC. I really think he's earning his money. So I really think that like that defense playing on a different level, and the Rams defense is not scaring me right now. Like I said, the way they gave it up to the Bears last week, like we should honestly be having a different conversation this week, but we're not. You know what I'm saying? If for the 5th, we all be drunk. Let me get the team that is branded. Sam Darnold is the biggest question mark. I get both of you gentlemen that, but I really think this is the game. It's either like Sam, you got to prove it or not. And I don't think 14 wins 2 years back to back, 2 different teams, 2 different systems is a fluke either. And like I said last week, that Kubiak boy, he calling the shit out some offense. So let me get him again. And it's the same offense, like I said, once again. I think the sun is going to outshine the pupil.
I'm going to go Denver and Seahawks. So we have a rematch. Oh, Mag's pick would be a rematch. My pick would be a rematch. You say you have you have who?
Seattle and Patriots. Seattle and the Patriots.
Seattle
so that'll
and Patriots,
that'll be a rematch too.
Of the Super Bowl
all
as
of them.
Well. Rams, Broncos a rematch? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Probably back. When did who the Elway beat?
The Packers and I forget the second team he beat. Did he beat the Falcons? I don't remember, but he beat the Packers. I remember that. One of my first Super Bowls I remember watching. But
what a heartbreaker for you, kid.
Very much so. Very much. We have our Super Bowl picks for you guys. I will be hoping for Seahawks and Broncos. Omatic will be hoping for Rams and Patriots. And Brother Mook will be hoping for the Seahawks and the Patriots. There we go. There we have it. We're going to see if we were right. Also, I think everybody was 2 for 2 in the divisional pick last weekend. So shout out to everybody for being 500.
That's good.
What are you shaking? What are you shaking your head for, man?
I got nothing for it, man. Cats let me down. Fuck.
Hold on. Were you 500?
Wait. I was probably 3-1 now that I think about it. I just got the Bills wrong.
Yeah, because I
took everybody else but the
Pats.
Bills. Well, but the Broncos.
And Rams. Yeah, you took Pats and Rams and hold on, you took the Niners. No, did you take the Niners? You took the Seahawks.
I was on the Seahawks.
Okay. I thought you were doing the
Hold on, you didn't take the Niners?
Kyle Shanahan.
No. I was giving the hoopla for Kyle.
And then you did
but I was like, I still got the Niners.
Hey, son, stop
You
doing
knew
that.
They were done.
Stop doing it.
So maybe that's what it is. Shout out to you, 3-1 to you.
You're confusing the high people. You're confusing the high people.
Did you just say entertainment?
Yeah.
Oh. And then subscribe, like the podcast, all that good shit. But hold on, did you just make a cash sound?
I thought that's what I heard.
That was a bottle opener, but I guess shit. If we
no, that was cool. I just thought I had thought you
perfect.
that would have been
Perfect time.